Red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 22 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts, John Doomsday Howard. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Chris Tione.
Chris Tione will be our referee for this welterweight battle. Chrissy, Vanessa, great to be here tonight. The UFC on Fox Sports 1. They're going to touch gloves, and here we go. Red trunks for the southpaw, Brian Ebersol. The white trunks for John Howard.
Ebersol very sneaky, very creative in there.
Those cartwheel kicks.
He does everything.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, he does. He actually has like one of the best cartwheel kicks in the business. And has KO'd people with it. And he was even accused of being in a fixed fight once because the people in the athletic commission didn't believe it was a real technique.
Right?
But it's just he does it very well. And Doomsday, of course, powerful Muay Thai.
Yes, he is, yeah. And Joe, interesting early that a couple of times, I don't know if he's faking the shot, but Brian's looked to get John's attention by faking a potential takedown.
Well, what he's actually doing is punching the thigh. He does that sometimes. He'll throw like a hammer fist to the thigh. And if you do sleep on that, he will use that for a takedown.
There you go, yep.
Or he will use it to set up an overhand right. But it's just his creativity and the calmness that he has, having so many fights. He's a veteran of almost 70 professional fights.
He has finished 34 of his 50 wins. Tonight his 69th pro fight, Joe. He made his UFC debut in his 63rd professional fight.
Yeah, he was one of the most experienced guys to enter in the octagon for his debut. I mean, that was, it's incredible to have that many bouts.
Like Jeremy Horn numbers back in the day. John Howard found a rebirth in his home city of Boston, Massachusetts, back in August of 2013 when he took a fight against Uriah Hall, who had all that momentum back then, Joe, at 185 on short notice, and won.
All right, they separate him. John
2 minutes in.
John's got to get something going offensively. So far, it's been all Ebersol. Nice setup there. Faked with the left hand to land the leg kick. But right now, John's just looking for his openings. There's a hard kick by John. And there's the takedown by Ebersol right on that kick.
Hard kick on the counter.
Beautiful timing there by Ebersol.
This is where his game is so well versed.
Yeah, his coach is telling him give up that guillotine, John, because for two things. One, Ebersol is notoriously difficult to choke, like one of the most difficult, but two, it also is leaving him in a bad position. You see this, Brian's riding his leg and he's on his back. There's the scramble.
Trying to turn it into something that could potentially end the night of John Howard, even if it's some good old ground and pound. Hammer fist.
Well, note he's holding onto that wrist of Howard's, controlling him here, riding his leg. It's almost got like he's got a reverse lockdown from the top, the way he's riding the leg. A couple of good hard left hands by Ebersol, but this is a bad spot for John.
It's hard for John to get up with that leg all wrapped up.
Very hard, very hard. And it puts a lot of pressure on the knee, too. The way he's doing it, it's almost like a leg lock. I mean, if he really extends and puts a lot of strength into it, it stresses the knee.
Now he'll use it to advance, right?
Yeah, he's using it to take the back.
One hook in.
He does a great job of grapevine the legs, too, extending the legs to keep John from basing out of it.
And he's never in a hurry.
Nope, always comes. See how he's doing that? Extending that leg, keeping John from putting that right leg down, using that butterfly hook, and making sure he controls John's ability to move around. And as John does try to counter that and move around, it sets up the possibility of that second hook going in.
He's looking for it.
Yeah, he is looking for it now. And he's in a good place, too, if he can get it. But now he's a little high in the back. He doesn't like this. And you see he immediately stuck that leg in between the legs and clamped it down.
He's controlling John Howard, though, and he's in a dominant position.
Yes, all Ebersol here.
working
Emerson,
on probably about 2.5 minutes on top.
He's very good at making sure he never gets too far over the front like that. That's what he wanted to avoid.
Stop.
Up kick John in the face illegally on the way down.
No, he was not. Time.
He was standing
No, he
2
was
feet
not.
down.
No.
He was on 2 feet by fell,
Stay
Chris.
right here. Stay right here.
Okay, let's
Stay right
see.
here. Stay right here.
Brian is complaining that it was
I know. You all right? Okay.
that it was an illegal
Stay right
kick.
there.
But let's see it.
Stay right
He
there.
shook him off. John's on top. No, his knee's down. No question about it. No question about it.
In my mind, he was grounded. Okay?
You know, I mean, Brian is
gotta be
complaining
careful.
about it. He could just look
All
up
right?
at the
Here we
clock
go.
or at the screen and see it himself. But I believe he really genuinely did believe
Yes.
that John was standing up. But it's so difficult to tell split second in a moment like
And
that.
it's so reactionary, right? Howard throws some big punches late in this round. Good control for Ebersol.